Jared Polin, Frono's Photo, and today I'm here at Alan's camera because the 24 to 85 VR lens came in from Nikon, and I'm here to unbox it, sniff it, tell you what I think about it, which could be interesting, and I hope they don't kick me out for saying it, but I'll probably get yelled at some point. Alan, don't yell at me for this video, okay?
What do you mean?
Yeah, he said, what do you mean? Don't yell at me when you watch it back. He says he will be yelling at me. I haven't said anything out of line yet, but we'll get there. 24 to 85 VR is replacing, Nikon made a 24 to 85 already, just didn't have the VR, which is a 3.5 to 4.5. This is a 3.5 to 4.5 VR. But there's something interesting about the VR. It's the regular VR, and we'll get to that in a second. So unboxing it. I love that smell. It smells so good. I like cardboard. Oh, watch the stuff on the floor, Alan. You come in with glasses. They can't even see you coming with glasses. Scissors. I can't see you. Karen, Alan's got some scissors. He wants to cut my hair. So here's the 24 to 85. It's a variable aperture lens, 3.5, 4.5. This is for a full frame camera. I have a lot to say about this, but let's go over it. It's got your manual auto switch on the side, and it has the VR on and off. But that's just basic VR. It doesn't have the advanced VR with the when you're moving on something. You've got the active and the normal. You do not have those selections. It reminds me of something, and it kind of smells like this. It smells like a kit lens. It smells like an 18 to 55. And I know, I mean, that's what it is, really. It's a kit lens for a full frame camera. Are you going to get good shots out of it? Yeah, why not? It's not going to give you bad images. It's a lens. You're going to capture things with it. But is it going to compare to your 24 to 72.8? Absolutely not. But again, it's a $599 lens opposed to a $1,600, $1,700 lens. You have to take all that into consideration. So I know this is being cut into the video. Sorry for interrupting your video. But I had a thought after discussing it around here with some people. No, they're not yelling at me for saying what I've said, but they made a good point that this is a $300 lens and the other $300 is for the VR. So keep that in mind. It is a very inexpensive lens, and part of the expensive part is adding that VR. So there you have it. Back to your video. Is this something that I would put on my D4? No. Is it something I'd put on a D800 or any of the full frame cameras that are currently out? Probably not. But if you want to have a walk around lens that's lighter, now this isn't, it's light, you can feel it moving around in there, that's the VR or something like that. For $600, full frame lens, that's perfectly fine. For $600, you could also look at something like a, well, no, probably not. I was thinking of DX, but really, it's an AFS. It's a very slow focusing lens, and we're going to talk about that because I have already shot with it. Why not just talk about it now? So I'm not even going to go back and shoot. I'm just going to tell you, I've already shot with it. It smells like a kit lens. This is the kind of thing that's going to be, if something does exist that is a new full frame camera that is more entry level, then this is a perfect kit lens for it because it's only $600. It would make a kit maybe $2,000. So a full frame, if something did exist in that range, you could see this being bundled with it because anybody, you know, that's not a pro could see shooting with this. Now, mostly pros have full frame cameras. Mostly pros have D800s, D700s, D3s, D3s, and D4s. So they're looking for certain kind of image quality. This is going to be perfectly fine outdoors. It's going to kick the VR on in indoors, but at 4.5, you've got to bump your aperture, your ISO up higher to compensate for things like that. I tried it with video. We'll run some of those sample videos on screen. I tried it with VR and without VR. It is a pretty good lens for shooting video. It's a nice light range that can work well for video. But the only thing is, if you're shooting video and you've got a follow focus system, it may not do too well around this ring. That's just an idea that I have there. But if you're just doing video, this could be not terrible for it. But in terms of photos, you're seeing some of the samples pop up on the screen at 24, and you're seeing some of the samples also at 85. 24 to 85 is a nice range. Here's the older one. It's thinner. It's basically the same weight. It may even feel almost a little heavier, but it's narrower. It uses a smaller filter thread. So Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's a kit lens that I personally wouldn't put on my full frame camera because I'm not worried about weight. But of course, if you're worried about weight and you have a full frame, you have a D800, you have a D4, you have a full frame, and you're not a professional, you just want a carry-around lens, this could be a carry-around lens for you. In terms of focusing, the focus was really, really slow. I was trying to continuously focus, and it was just going at 0 speed, and 0 speed isn't good when you're trying to do photo shoots, in my mind, unless you're doing it manual. So yeah, the AFS is very slow in this lens. Also, it's not nano coated, but for $600, I still see $600 as expensive. I really do. I mean, I have to be honest about it, without getting yelled at. I don't know how I can wrap it up and put a bow on it, other than if you want a basic lens that's not terribly too expensive. By the way, the old lens, the old 24 to 85 sells for $329 used. So $329, $600, probably going to do about the same thing. This is an AFS also, so there's not too much difference between this one and this one, other than the VR was added to here. So leads me to believe that this may be a kit lens for something coming out in the future, something we don't know anything about yet, and I don't know anything about yet. So there we have it. I hope I don't get yelled at, and I hope Alan doesn't chase after me with some scissors to try to cut my hair for saying it smells like a kit lens. But if you're interested in any type of Nikon glass or Canon or anything, check out alanscamera.com. And don't forget, if you'd like to pick up the USA Raw shirt, type in the code USA at checkout on this shirt from store.fronosphoto.com, and you will get 2 free wristbands with your order when you pick this up. So check out alanscamera.com for all of your camera and lens needs and other accessories. They've got them. And there you have it. Jared Polin, fronosphoto.com. See ya. Have you subscribed to the Fro on YouTube yet? Well, it's really simple. If you're not subscribed yet, just hover right over here. If it says unsubscribe, give it a click, and also click on also email me for each new upload so that you get the latest videos as they go live. And if you haven't signed up for the Fronos Photo Guide to Capturing Motion in Low Light, you can get that for free by putting your name in this box, email address, hitting send it, and not only will you get that guide, you're going to get a 60-minute long video on flash photography in the studio that Adam and I created, as well as some extra emails that you'll get each week that are written by me, that come to you. So do that, check it out, have fun, and we'll see you.